Testing 1, 2, 3. What's up, guys? This is Josh, and let's just get straight into it. As you can see on the screen there, we've got the chart of what an anesthesiologist makes per year. On average, $350,273, which is pretty great, right? Now, they run into some issues, of course. The median level of medical school debt for the class of 2015 was $183,000. And for physicians who pay over the long term with interest, total cost of that debt can be over $400,000. So there's some give and take there, right? Even more important is the fact that doctors, CEOs, lawyers, they're all stuck in a primitive income system that really holds back their income potential. And I'm going to show you how you, as a writer, have the ability to score off the charts, specifically this chart, and earn much more than a doctor, a lawyer, a CEO, any of the most prestigious jobs out there. You have the potential to make much, much more, and I'm going to show you why and how. So again, let's revisit the most prestigious and lucrative careers in today's society. We've got lawyers, doctors, CEOs. They make money with the primitive one-time barter system. That is, they offer their services for a one-time exchange of money. They do this over and over again to feed themselves and their families. Now, why is that primitive? Because it's what we've been doing since the beginning of time, basically. I have 5 chickens, you have a goat, let's trade, right? But what if you, as a writer, were able to push past that old barter system? What if you could write a piece of content that not only gets the usual one-time trade of $50 to $300 or whatever you get paid for a piece of content, but an unlimited recurring income as well? Is it possible for a writer to turn his or her content into an infinite source of passive income? First off, what the heck am I talking about? What does it mean to turn your content into an infinite source of passive income? It means that you, as a writer, you own your thoughts, your ideas, and your creativity. When you transfer those things into the digital realm in the form of, let's say, a blog article, you've created a piece of content that can be resourced into an infinite number of content pieces. A blog post can easily be turned into a chapter of an ebook or a YouTube video script or notes, and much, much more. Do you see where I'm going with this? This is the potential you have as a digital writer. You can turn your content into an asset that produces infinite cash flow. And here's how. First, here's a quick disclaimer. I'm not at all saying that you should write an article for a client, get paid for it, and then turn around and post it on your personal blog or something like that. Can you do that legally? In most cases, yes. But it would also be a shady disservice to your client in most cases. What I'm talking about is different, as you'll soon see. This is how to turn your writing into an infinite cash flow. All right, let's start out with ebooks. That's the first thing that you do, is you can write an ebook. Every blog post you write has the potential to be a chapter in an ebook. You'll want to carefully reformat your article so it fits and flows properly. But once you've successfully reformatted 9 or 10 articles, you've got yourself a high-quality ebook that you can now sell for, say, $10, $20, whatever it is that you want to charge for that. And you have your recurring source of infinite income. The second thing that you can do is you can rewrite the content for your personal blog. Now, it depends on whether or not you've monetized your blog, whether or not you're going to make money off of this, but one way or the other, this is one way that you can use your old content to expand your personal brand and your marketing. The third thing you can do is you can use your content as bonus content. And I'm going to put up on the screen here a screenshot of one of Neil Patel's articles from QuickSprout. And you'll see here that he's got a link to the bonus article that if you click it, it's going to ask you for your email. And basically, he's exchanging his bonus content for your email. And in that way, he's growing his email list or his marketing list. The fourth thing that you can do is you can create videos with your content. You can use an old blog article as notes for a YouTube video, or even a script if you prefer to do it that way. The fifth thing that you can do, and what's brilliant about this is when you create a YouTube video and you have a strong, if you already have a strong YouTube channel, a good video is going to pull in AdSense revenue, right? I mean, if you have a really popular channel, you can pull in thousands of dollars off of this content that you had already created in the past. And beyond that, you can use affiliate links in the product, in the description of the video, to earn even more money off of it. You can also use that content for making money in that one-time trade with other clients. And again, I'm not suggesting that you take one piece of content and then you try to sell that content to, you know, hundreds of different clients or something like that. That wouldn't be the best decision, in my opinion. Is it doable? Maybe so. I do think that some people do that, but again, not something that I would advise. Basically, what I'm saying is you're going to want to repurpose the content that you have for new clients. So say, for example, I have a client who needs an article on digital marketing. I have a lot of old content on digital marketing. So I'm going to go back to that old content and pick and choose from the best ideas and the best pieces of value that I have in those articles, and I'm going to put them together and repurpose that content. Now, I'm not just going to copy and paste, but I'm going to repurpose that content and those ideas and put it into this new article, and I'm going to get paid for it. The sixth thing that you can do is you can use your old content or that single piece of content for a guest blog post. And this works best with list articles, but you can really use any kind of article for this. But list articles are the easiest because the bulk of the content is in the list itself. So you're not going to have to do a ton of extra research and rewriting when you use your old list article for a new guest post. The seventh thing that you can do is put out quality social media posts. And of course, this is to expand your brand again and to really market yourself in the way that you should be. You can be sending out tweets, Facebook status updates. Use Canva to spruce up your best quotes and tips by turning it into an image or even an infographic, and post that to Twitter, to Facebook, to Pinterest, as many platforms as you can think of, and use those to build up your platforms and get new followers. The eighth thing that you can do is use the material for courses. So say for Curious.com, for example, I landed a contract with Curious for $1,000 just to put together a simple video course on copywriting. Not only did I land that $1,000 contract, I also get paid a recurring income from that course based on how many people sign up for that course and how many people engage with that course. And I think I looked just the other day and I had, I want to say $87 or so just from residual income, which is outstanding. You know, I mean, you may say, well, $87, I mean, that's not that much, but it's extra money in my pocket. I think it's great from doing nothing. And what I did to create that Curious course was I took old blog posts and I put them together, and I created a video script that I could go off of, and also I also used them as video notes so that I could create this course. And of course, these articles were on copywriting, and they were really good articles to begin with. I mean, they were very valuable. They helped a lot of people, and so I knew that they were going to help people in the form of videos as well. And it turned out to be a success over on Curious.com. You can check that out. I think I'll put a link to that in the description below. So yeah, that's another example of how you can turn your content into an infinite resource of passive income. Number 9, you can create a podcast from the video audio and upload it to SoundCloud or other audio platforms and podcast platforms. And basically, yeah, you can create an entire podcast off of the audio from your YouTube videos. Number 10 is something I'm not going to go into a whole lot of depth on because I honestly haven't done a lot of this. I'm really mastering a few of these other ones before I jump into this category. But webinars, I know a lot. I know one person in particular who makes well over 6 figures working only about, I want to say, like 4 or 5 hours a day, and all he does is webinars. And he's really good at it. And yeah, he makes a lot of money off of it, and you can too. Basically, what I'm saying is you can take your old articles, you could take your content, a good quality, high value content, and make that a part of a course, a webinar course, where you can use some of it as script, you can use some of it as bonus material, you can use some of it as maybe an ebook, for example, that you make a part of your webinar course. Last but not least, we have public speaking. Now, this is another area that I haven't fully jumped into yet. I've always been terrified of public speaking, but actually the last time I got in front of a bunch of people in a public speaking engagement, it actually went really well, and I found that I really wasn't very nervous, and I'm very happy about that. So just a quick word of encouragement to the people to you guys who are looking to get into public speaking but have, stage fright. You can push through it, and you will push through it if you just do it. Okay, so for speeches, if you're writing good quality articles, you're writing with your own voice. And the way that you write is the way that you think and the way that you speak. So there's really not a very large gap between an article and a speech. You see what I'm getting at here? You can use your past articles, you can take them, reformat them, make sure that it flows properly, that it all fits together. Do a little bit of editing, and you've got yourself a good quality speech that you can get paid literally thousands of dollars for. Like, I don't know how much people make for public speaking engagements on average, but I know that, well, let's look that up real quick. All right, so from a quick search here, it looks like this is from Cron.com. Salaries, motivational speakers. How much does a public speaker make? In 2007, it looks like the average income for motivational speakers who sold books and CDs was $177,000 among members of the National Speakers Association. According to Inc., big name lecturers can earn $1,500 to $30,000 per speech and more. So as you can see, public speaking can be a very lucrative career choice, and as a writer, you've already got half the work done. All right, guys, so that's all I've got for you today. I know I've just barely scratched the tip of the iceberg for this particular area, but I want to leave you with just some final thoughts. When you start repurposing your content and turning them into those infinite assets of passive income, I want to let you know from the get-go that there is a learning curve, right? It can take you a little bit of time to master YouTube videos, for example, or obviously public speaking. That's something that takes people a long time to master. And so when you first take the plunge into turning your content into this infinite source of passive income, go into it with the mindset that this is going to take time, and it's okay that it's going to take time. You're probably going to fail, and that's okay, right? Failing is learning. And once you learn enough, you'll get to that tipping point where you'll be successful. So that's all I got. If you like this video, give it a like below, subscribe, and I will see you next time.